Alright, y'all. Peace and blessings. God bless y'all. I'm Jarvis Kingston, and I hope y'all doing alright in these tough times that we're in. So today I want to discuss about saving the ecosystem. You know, God did put us on earth to work hard and live a fulfilled purposeful life, but another thing we have to do is really be earth keepers, and we really have to take care of our water and our air, and we really have to really be watchful and mindful of our environment. Everything we do affects the everyday air and water that we breathe and we drink. So what I want to do is I'm going to read this article from thegardenandcook.com called Top 10 Ways to Protect the Environment and Save Our Environment at Home. And then I'm also going to read Bible verses about the ecosystem as well, because the Bible does talk about preserving the earth and being meek and inheriting this earth. So bear with me as I read all this and take all this down. So let's go to it like this. The top 10 ways to protect your environment at home. And let's see. 1 is to conserve energy. 2 is to save water. 3 is to use eco-friendly products. 4 is to use filtered water. 5 is to start a compost pile. 6 is to plant vegetables. 7 is to recycle and reuse. 8 is to pick up litter. 9 is to make homemade desserts. And 10 is to use cloth shopping bags. So, with conserving energy and saving money, we all love to stay warm in the winter and cool in the summer, but adjusting the setting by just a few degrees during the hot time of the year or turning it off and opening the windows can make a huge difference. Doing the same thing in winter helps too. For the few months in the spring when I don't use AC, the electricity bill is $100 a month lower. This is a huge savings in money and energy. So adjust the temperature. You'll be amazed at how quickly you get used to a different setting. Conserve water to protect the environment. There are loads of ways to save on water usage. When you brush your teeth, only turn the water on when you need to rinse. Are you boiling potatoes for dinner? Don't throw your water down the drain. Use it to water your plants. Use the rain barrels to catch water from the gutters and downspout. This can save a lot on your water bills and make watering your vegetable garden a cost saver too. These are just a few days to save the water that can make a big difference in protecting our environment. Conserving water is one of the most important things you can do to make a difference and help our planet at the same time. Use products that are environmentally favorable. Products that are free of dyes, flavors, preservatives, and fragrances and are never tested on animals will make you feel great about saving the environment. When you are looking for ways to protect the environment at home, take the time to do some research about environmentally favorable products. Some brands to consider are Beyond Meat. Their Beyond Burgers generate 90% less greenhouse gas emissions and require 46% less energy than normal beef burgers. Clipper Tea. Their tea bags are sealed with a non-GM biomaterial made from plant cellulose known as bioplastic. Patania, the company, belongs to both the Sustainable Apparel Coalition and 1% for the Planet. Toms of Maine, the company is dedicated to creating a safe, sustainable product on which families can depend. Lush Cosmetics, none of their products are tested on animals. All ingredients must be vegetarian and derived from fruits, vegetables, or safe synthetics. Use filtered water. You know, the thing is, buying a filtered watered pitcher is the best thing to get. You keep the pitcher full at all times and it makes the water taste fabulous. The clean water encourages you to drink, which helps your health. Using the water pitcher allows you to really save on the purchase of bottled water, which also saves on plastic use. This makes it a win-win all around. Recycle food waste with a compost pile. Food waste takes up so much space in our landfills, but it can easily be put to wonderful use if you have a garden. I started a compost pile last summer and just kept adding food and yard waste to it. The soil under the top layer makes a fabulous compost that adds nutrients to your garden. I consider it black gold for my veggie garden. I add a scoop of compost with every hole that I dig for my plants. No chemical fertilizers for me, and using this compost really adds to the soil and encourages earthworms. Not only do using the compost help your vegetable garden, it means that you won't be throwing so much into your garden beds each week. So, planting vegetables also helps your environment. Planting your own vegetables is fun to do, and it's very satisfying when the garden produces and gives you a peace of mind that you are eating things that you have grown. When I plant vegetables, I try to stay away from GMO seeds. I use heirloom seeds, my own compost, and can rest easy knowing that I am feeding my family the best homegrown food. Organically growing your own food is sustainable and nourishes your soil when you are using safe and natural fertilizers and products. Recycle and reuse to help save the environment at home. There are so many things you can do with the normal household items instead of throwing them into the trash. If you're looking for a fun kids craft project, make some egg carton caterpillars. Instead of purchasing new pots for your succulents, look around your house to find items that can be used for creative succulent planters. You will end up with a plant pot and declutter your closets at the same time. Instead of throwing that old newspaper away, use it to make it easily into starting plant pots for vegetables. When they have grown enough, you can plant the whole thing, newspaper and all, right into the garden. How to protect the environment at home. Pick up the litter. On your next week with your kids, set a great example for them. Take along a plastic bag from the grocery store and pick up any litter that you see along your walk. The kids will grow up learning to think of ways to save the environment, and you will help to keep the environment cleaner too. While we are on the topic of those plastic grocery bags, find other uses for them. Make homemade desserts. Instead of using boxed dessert mixes, make your own. It really does not take that much longer. You will know that you are saving money and skipping the chemicals that seem to make it into box mixes. Plus, homemade just tastes better. Look at, yes, I love desserts. Use reusable shopping bags. We talked about recycling plastic groceries bags as a way to save the environment. Now let's consider reusable shopping bags instead. Some stores now charge a fee if you use plastic bags, and some stores give a small discount if you use a reusable bag. Either way, it's a great product when you are looking for ways to maintain the environment. Straight up. They hold a lot. They hold a lot of food and lasted years. Now it's your turn. How can we protect the environment? Straight up, man. So that was just an article on the website, The Garden and Cook. Really great website about protecting the environment. Honestly, I'm not really too knowledgeable about it myself, but at my job, I do a lot of recycling, so I do my best to help in that manner. I'm just now researching again to all of this, It's really cool to learn about new things and figure out a way to make the world better. So now I'm going to read Bible verses that concern the ecosystem and recycling. The book of John chapter 6 verse 12. And when they had eaten their fill, he told his disciples, gather up leftover fragments that nothing may be lost. So, of course, Christ was telling his disciples and people around him to always never leave anything behind and don't leave anything trashy or whatnot. Always take everything with you and make most of it. So even the disciples in Christ were eco-friendly. The book of Numbers chapter 35 verse 33. You shall not pollute the land in which you live, for blood pollutes the land, and no atonement can be made for the land, for the blood that is shed in it, except by the blood the blood of the one who shed it. So we pollute this world in a lot of different ways. I didn't know that blood can pollute the land. Usually, of course, like gas or or trash and littering pollutes it as well, throwing things in the water or whatnot. But I didn't know blood pollutes it as well. But the Bible even tells us to not pollute the land. But yet we do it every day in different ways. The book of Genesis chapter 2 verse 15. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and keep it. See, we're put on earth to work and make it better and keep it up to top-notch shape. Keep it best as possible and clean as possible. But we have lost sense of that. We have to embrace God's creation and remember why he put us on here. It's bigger than just ourselves, This world is a big place, and we could clean it up day by day right where we're at, you feel me? We got to start practicing better habits and being more eco-friendly. Now, let's see, trying to find another. Now, the book of Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 1 through 6. The word came to Jeremiah from the Lord. Arise and go down to Potter's house, and there I will let you hear my words. So I went down to Potter's house, and there he was working at his wheel. And the vessel he was making of clay was spoiled into the potter's hand, and he reworked it into another vessel, as it seemed good to the potter to do. Then the word of the Lord came to me. So see, instead of him throwing away the clay, he reused it. So we could always reuse things, man. You just never throw things away. You could always make something out of something. Now, let's see. The book of Psalm chapter 24, verse 1. A psalm of David. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and those who dwell in it. So we have to embrace the fullness of God's creation. We have to take care of it. Straight up. Now, let's see where we could talk about more eco-friendly things. The book of Exodus chapter 23, verse 10 through 11. For 6 years you shall sow your land and gather its yield. But the 7th year you shall let it rest and lie fallow, that the poor of your people may eat, and what they leave the beasts of the field may eat. You shall do likewise with your vineyard, with your olive orchard. You see, so even God commanded people to be farmers and to take care of their farm, take care of their land, so that way it could benefit poor people that need it, and also animals that need it as well. And that's what makes the world go round, man. When we have to start getting into planting and farming. I have to really start getting up on that, you feel me? Like getting more plants, more, stuff like that. Get like a nice garden, get like a farm. I'm going to work towards that, man. The book of Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10. Whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his animal, his beast, his cattle, but the mercy of the wicked is cruel. So, it's very important to take care of our animals. When we litter and do trash stuff, that's cruel, because we're not just being lazy, don't want to throw things away the right way. We're also hurting animals in the process. Now, let's see. Let's see. The book of Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. Then God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, and over all of the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on earth. See, God gave us a responsibility. God gave us a duty. He gave us power and dominion over the stuff that he created, even though he created us as well. He gave us a responsibility to take care of the earth, take care of the animals, take care of the land, take care of the water. And look at what we do with it. Look at how we treat it every day. God gave us a responsibility to take care of this earth, man. And we have to get back into that. You got all these power plants, you got all these factories, you got all these crazy stuff in these cities, man. Like you go by certain waters, the waters is just real dirty and trashy, and sometimes like pollen falls from the sky and it could fall on your car, and there's a bad aroma smell in the air, man. The air is so polluted today, bro. And you got all these cell phone towers, which causes cancer too. So it's just so much these people build and just take away from earth. You know how better the world would be if there were more farms around us, if there were more gardens around us, you know what I'm saying? But we got so much of these unnecessary plazas and so much unnecessary things in our cities. Like you go to these cities, you have all these fast food places. It's like, wow, you could put some more healthy stuff there, or some eco-friendly stuff in there, you feel me? So let's see. Whew. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. God gave us a responsibility to take care of this earth, man. Believe it or not, man. So we got to really save the ecosystem. Even though we're in the last days and things are going down the drain, we still have to embrace God's creation and take care of it, because that's our responsibility and our duty. So recycle, stop littering, you know what I'm saying? Deal with the energy differently, you feel me? Instead of just riding the car, man, try to ride a bike or just walk, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about taking care of the ecosystem, man, and saving it, man. I'm Jarvis Kingston, man. I hope y'all stay safe in these tough times. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Peace.